First things first, I want to talk a little bit about some of the news that's happened over the last couple of days. One, Alabama officially announced their 1-for-2 home and 2 back in Tuscaloosa with South Florida. We fully had heard about this. We knew this was probably going to be taking place, and they've officially announced all the dates for that, right? This is something that we expected to take place, and the reason we fully expected this to fully go through and fully take place was Alabama's previous assistant coach, Brian Hodgson, previously of Arkansas State, did move over to South Florida. And so Alabama getting that 1-for-2 with South Florida fully made sense. Obviously, Nate Oates has played Brian Hodgson multiple times while he's been at Arkansas State. So keeping on that tradition is something that we fully expected, and that's fully been ironed out. The other thing is all the different tickets for all the different events are officially on sale. If you're an Alabama season ticket holder, those tickets are back up for renewal. I just renewed mine for this upcoming season. The Bama and Boutwell event, those tickets are on sale as well. The CM Newton event, those tickets, that was officially set for the Alabama-Arizona game that's on December the 13th. I do not believe those tickets are on sale just yet, but those are going to be going on sale very soon. And just in general, a lot of crazy things have been happening. Then when we go to the NBA, because like I said, there's just been a lot of basketball news. Chris Youngblood has been playing absolutely fantastic for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He had 19 points in his last game, then had another, I believe he had 15 points in his other game. He's been shooting the lights out from three. He's really been a good addition to the Thunder. I think he's potentially playing his way into a two-way deal. Would be curious to see if he can get one locked down, but he does seem like a guy that has flourished in that NBA system. You can tell he's healthy. You can tell he's playing with confidence. So he is somebody that we knew that if he got the opportunity, he would definitely be able to take advantage of it, and it looks like Chris is doing just that. Additionally, over on the NBA side of the things, earlier today, actually, as I record this on July the 11th, Herb Jones just got his extension. 3-year, $68 million extension with the New Orleans Pelicans. So he will be staying in New Orleans. Herb Jones, obviously, been an all-defensive player for in the NBA for a very long time. We know, obviously, SEC Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year in the conference, and just an absolute legend from the state, and has been an all-time elite guy for the state of Alabama. The last thing that I want to talk about before we get into the recruiting, because I think that's what I want to spend the most time talking about this episode, but the last thing I wanted to talk about is Alabama's numbers have been officially announced for this upcoming season. I will flash them up here on the screen. The big ones to note is your newcomers, right? Jalil Bethea takes over the number 1 jersey. Davion Hannah goes to 4. Amari Allen is 5. London Jemison is 6. Bull Bowen is 7. Bristow is 10. Preston Murphy Jr. is 11. Noah Williamson is 15. Onjiaka is 34. So looks like Millette, Sherrill, Wrightsell, Holloway, and Philon all stay with their original numbers, which is fully to be expected. But our new guys have gotten their official threads. I will say that Jalil Bethea taking over the number 1 jersey is going to be a super popular one. Obviously, I know a lot of people loved the one when Mark Sears was the 1 jersey. The jersey that I actually have doesn't have a name on the back of it. It's one of the ones that the students got given out, but it's a number 1 jersey. That's him getting that jersey and already knowing the kind of aura that he has around him and the social media following that he has around him. I would expect that Jalil Bethea, because of how he kind of is around campus, he's going to have similar to that Ryan Williams vibe around him. I fully expect him to be a fan favorite. Go ahead and add in the number 1 jersey and, our backcourt being 0, 1, 2, 3, and the Houston Millette, the 95. If you are not sure why Houston Millette is 95, there was a article written last season about it. I can't remember if it was Blake Byler or Nick Kelly that posted about it, but that he specifically is number 95 because he talked about, on a basketball court, 95% of the time you don't have the ball in your hands. So a lot of basketball is what you do without the ball in your hands. So that wearing that number 95 was just kind of a reminder to himself of, hey, you can still be an elite basketball player. You can still do a lot of things really good for your team without having the ball in your hands. So that's part of the reason why he's 95. That is kind of the whole reason behind that. I will say it's kind of funny to have Onjiako be 34. We called him Baby Shaq in my episode that I did with Jordan Harper. So, maybe some foreshadowing there that the big man gets 34. But, the jersey numbers have been officially announced. Obviously, I'm sure those are going to go on sale through the university or through Athletes Threads. So if you are interested, go ahead and pick those up.